Hey everybody, happy day 355. Okay, I wanted to come and talk to you about something. I had so much fun putting it together, mostly because I need to be listening to this video. So you may have seen this article come out in the last few days, and it's about Sharon Osbourne talking about how she's looking too gaunt. Now, that could be any of us. And I've seen a lot of stories of people writing online about how they're not sure about where their goal weight should be and they're losing too much weight and they're really considering the way their face is looking, the way they're looking. And I have a lot of important thoughts to share with you about that for you to get prepared, for you to make sure that you look your best and to make really great decisions before you get in a tough situation where you don't like the way you look and you've lost too much weight. Now, this isn't just our Hollywood celebrities. She kind of reminded me of something in my mind that I see quite a bit. Maybe it's something some of you have even dealt with. I just had a friend from our community email me last week, and what she was sharing was maybe this weight would have worked for me in my 20s and 30s, but I don't want to be a bony older lady and I don't really like the way I'm looking right now. I need to put the brakes on the weight loss, and I think it's an absolutely fantastic conversation. And let me share with you 5 quick things, okay? Number 1, being prepared. As we go through our weight loss stage, there's a lot of things that we need to get ready for. For those of you who are like me, I went through the weight loss stage for 30 years, no joke. I didn't know what it was like to hit my goal. I knew what it was like to lose 10 pounds and gain it back over and over and over. But you are headed towards your goal weight. And so with that comes some responsibility, and that is with a capital F fun. This is a fun responsibility, not a work responsibility. How much fun is it for you to think about what you need to do, what your body needs to do when you hit your goal weight? I think we're going to have more videos about this coming up because just yesterday I was seeing a post and somebody was saying, hey, anybody have any couples pics? And I'm looking at one couple after another that look amazing. Never in our lives, never in our parents' lives, never in our grandparents' lives did you see all of these couples just get to their goal weight. They're looking so fantastic. I mean, John and I, we've lost between 120 and 130 pounds between us. And that's what all these couples were showing too, because we have these products that really are working. So a lot of us are in no man's land when we go to hit our goal weight. So talk to your doctor, have a goal weight, have a number in your head. And if you want to change it, that's fine. But at least you know as you're getting 20 pounds from it, 15 pounds from it, you need to start really putting in some serious fun work. Number 2, watch closely as it approaches. For me, it came so much faster than I realized that I was shocked the day that I hit my goal. I did not expect it. I kind of walked into work do I need to make an announcement on the PA? Oh, everyone seems like this is just another day. No, I've been really working hard for this since between junior high and high school, and now I'm 49. I remember the teacher that I teach with, she was like, hey, I want to take a picture of you on your goal day. So I stood there doing my normal Amy, and she's like, put your hands on your hips. Give me a little sass. I was kind of she's like, oh no. So I love that she did that because I always have that picture of me standing there with my hand on my hip. But my point is, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Get ready. When you're 20 pounds, 15 pounds from it, get ready. Number 3, be ready with your higher calorie plan. Yeah, you're like, Amy, 20 to 15 pounds to my goal weight. Be ready for what? Be ready for your higher eating plan. More calories. For me, I love this little automaticity. I'm this little robot, and my body lost 60 pounds pretty well. I really kind of got in this stride. I was using my FitnessPal app. I was having very similar calories, breakfast, lunch, summer. It took me about 5.5 months, 6 months, and I was just going through the day. And man, did I have a rhythm, and I got into it. It was really easy. I knew that the next day would kind of look like the day before. Okay, then I hit my goal weight. That's completely different. My body was used to about 400 calorie meals. Okay, I no longer want to lose weight. This video is about not being gaunt. Like, I need to figure out how to maintain my weight. And so we're going to have a video coming soon because we really need to think about, that's my fourth point, like, how many calories do I need? That's super important because we need to make sure that we are giving our bodies the nutrients and the calories it needs so that we can just hang out right there. It's very weird eating bigger meals. It's weird to have that much on your plate. Your stomach is not ready for it. It's not used to it. For a lot of us, it can be like a trigger for your brain. Like you feel like you're being bad and you're eating way too much. And there's a lot going on. So I would recommend when you are 5-7 pounds from your goal, kind of the weight loss, kind of slow it down a little bit. Depending on if you're losing 1 pound a week or 2 pounds a week, I'm not saying just slow things down in molasses your last 2 months. You think about it, you talk to your doctor. I think it's completely different what works for each one of us. But for people who tend to lose a little bit faster like I do, you might want to start thinking of it when you're like 7-8 pounds from your goal, 10 pounds from your goal. For those of you who are slow losers, you know yourself, you kind of know your regimen and how it's been looking. And that's fantastic. You're like, hey, this is my body and this is what I do and this is how I got to my goal weight. Hey, we're all success stories. So that's absolutely fantastic. You might want to wait just like a month out, 3 weeks out. So you might need to wait until you're 3 or 4 pounds or 5 pounds from your goal. But get prepared with how many calories you need. And then don't one day try to double your portions. That's kind of where I found myself because I was really excited to reach my goal weight. And so, I'm eating this certain number of calories, but I wasn't weighing myself every day. And it came so fast. And it's like, okay, well, I'm obviously going to keep losing a little bit because I cannot tomorrow take in twice as much food as what my body has been used to every day for the last 5.5 months. Okay, so I hope you're kind of getting some ideas for yourself. The wheels are turning. Think about how you can make this right for you. But what we want to do, we want to ramp up those calories, ramp them up. And number 5, take advice from friends and loved ones around you. So I'll talk about this more. I love my weekly updates. For me, they're like the happiest, coolest parts of my week. I tell y'all stuff I don't tell anybody. It's like a really special community feel, like we're doing this journey together. So I'll talk to you a little bit more about this later on in the week, but kind of feel like when I look in the mirror that I keep losing weight. My shoulders looking pretty good. I've always been a little bit more slender through the waist and everything. And I feel like from the waist down, especially these hips, it's like, am I losing anything below the waist, or is everything just continuing to get smaller here and my hips are just staying the same size they were? And I was saying to John, I am nearing 150, which is great. It's like a 65-pound weight loss. I'm very happy with how, things are looking, how I'm looking in clothes. I'm really grateful, very grateful for this journey. I just went up to the 7.5 because I had that hunger returning. I'd gained about 15 to 18 pounds. So I'm really thrilled with how hard I've worked and the results. And, when y'all share your results with me, I so often say great job, you've worked so hard, because you don't just twiddle your thumbs and this happens. You twiddle your thumbs and that means you haven't gotten in your fruit for the day. You haven't gotten in your healthy fats or your protein or all the vegetables you need. To get healthy, so my success isn't just a number. My success is a number plus a lifestyle. So anyway, I was saying this to John and he said, let me give you something to think about. Body dysmorphia, kind of where your eyes are a little bit morphed and they don't really see what's actually there. Well, he didn't say any of that, but he said, body dysmorphia. He said, I think you may have some of that because I don't think you need to lose more weight. And my immediate reply was, I think you're right. Because I always said I didn't want to be a stick. That's just my personal preference. We each get to decide how we want our body to look. Some people want to be towards the higher end of the normal, some towards the lower end. There's quite a range. And I always kind of and appreciated my figure. Plenty of things about it were quite the heartache during the years. But even now, kind of have a waistline, kind of goes out a little bit. But I definitely see and agree with what he's saying, because I very recently wore an outfit and it was like, what in the world? Like, I mean, I'm going to find the picture and put it right here, but I really did have quite the hips and quite the ledge in the back. And maybe I'll find that picture. Maybe you're looking at it of me holding that birthday cake for my oldest son. But I am very touched how far I've come. And he was exactly right. Nope, this is right where I want to be. And I needed that. I needed that input. And so, boy, do I know it's a slippery slope. You know who you can talk to. You know who you can trust. And I definitely understand this is a very personal journey. And so you think about if that's the right advice for you. But for me, it definitely was very helpful. And the bottom line is that sometimes it's tough for us to see for ourselves what reality is, because we have not been in this world like ever. And so there's not a lot of familiarity here. Everything's new and we're dealing with a lot. Like me making my food choices and what I'm putting on my plate, well, that means what I'm getting at the grocery store and what I'm planning for and what I have available and making sure I have everything here in the kitchen that I need. And then after that, now we're talking about portions. So what portions to eat to make sure I'm having the right calories? And then it's like, are we just gonna eat 3 times a day? Like, is that it? Just 3 big meals? Or is it gonna be helpful for you to have a little something, between lunch and dinner? Like, lots of choices. And that's a lot for our brain. So thank you very much for our friends and our family that can help us out in times like this. I have learned a lot from reading your stories, and I'm just glad we're all here and helping each other out and doing it together. Okay, if you have any questions or any advice to share with other people in our community, throw it down below. I would love to read it. All right, thank you, Sharon Osborne, for in a way, inspiring my thoughts this week. I don't think she's alone. We're going to stay healthy and looking great, and I can't wait to see you on the next one.